Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we have a mono white Ugin Krang deck. Obviously Krang, the new creature from Eternals. We have that's a 9 casting, cost 9/9, flying, trample, indestructible, haste. All other artifact creatures you control have flying, trample, indestructible, and haste. This was a deck that was actually posted to me by Not Saying Copwatch. Really appreciate that, Copwatch. I wanted to give this one a whirl, or you wanted me to try it out, and man, this is a fun one. The whole basis here is you're going to be removing all of their threats that are on the board, and then bringing out your own threats, the big ones being Krang, and then also the Threefold Thunderhulk. And if you have Krang on board, this is indestructible, has flying and trample and haste, and all of the gnome tokens that it makes also have flying, indestructible, and haste. There are some other really neat tricks in here, but I'll go through the list. First, we have 3 Authority Councils, really good to get your opponents slowed down, tap their creatures down, and there's with good reason for that because we have 4 of Split Ups. If all your opponent's creatures are tapped, we're able to destroy everything with the Split Up, which is really handy. Otherwise, we got Get Lost here. We have 3 of those. Get rid of those pesky enchantments. Collector's Vault, we have 2 of these. These help you ramp as well as just try to find the cards that you're looking for. Irencrag, another ramp card in here. Pinnacle Starcage, just really nice sweeper for those cheap decks, especially like the enchantment deck that everyone seems to be playing. This card works great for that. Just be aware that this gets rid of your Collector's Vaults and Irencrags, so watch out for that. And then, or play around that, I should say. Split Ups, we mentioned that with the Authority of the Council, works really good. Weathermaker, this is one of the new cards. Really kind of a neat ramp spell, because if you drop 2 lands, this actually gets 2 charge counters on it, and it can now cast or tap for 2 mana if you remove those charge counters, which basically makes it easier to get to your Ugins or your 6 drops by doing so. You also have a Day of Judgment. We have 4 of those, just more sweepers. If you notice something here, we have 8 sweepers total in the deck. Really aggressive against those creature decks, so you're going to be dropping a lot of sweepers. Hedron Archive, you're going to use this to ramp into your bigger cards. Nexus of Becoming is the big one here. 6 casting cost. At the beginning of combat on your turn, draw a card. Then you may exile an artifact or creature card from your hand. If you do so, create a token that's a copy of the exile card, except for it's a 3/3 golem. And the neat thing about that is if you do that with discarding the Threefold, it actually comes in as a 6/6 and produces 6 gnome tokens, which is fantastic. And if you have Krang in play when you do that, it also has haste. All those creatures do. So you're going to be attacking in with 12 damage just by bringing that in from the Nexus of Becoming, which is fantastic. The other thing you got to remember, this thing is just a card draw engine, so treat it that way. Really nice for that. So you're probably going to, if you have Krang and Threefold in your hand, there's a good chance you want to probably drop Krang first and then Threefold, just because it gives everything indestructible, stops them from, doing a destroy all creatures or something like that. Ugin of the Storm, we have 3 of those in here. Obviously works well. There is a ton of colorless spells in here, so you're going to be exiling a lot of stuff with Ugin. Allows you to draw to find the cards you need. Plus it has that 0 ability, which you get to add 3 lands. So even if you have a Krang in your hand, you're going to be able to, if you get Ugin in play, there's a good chance you'll be able to just cast Ugin the next turn, cast Krang the next turn with that 0 ability if you need to. 18 lands, 4 adventures in. I was questioning the adventures in at first when I was looking at this list, but man, does that give you that early life gain to keep you alive, as well as just get your life total out of there. Doesn't really affect it too much. That there was only one game that I think I really had even a slight question about getting that second white mana for a Split Up, but it wasn't hard to get there at all for that, especially because if you get a Collector's Vault, that can tap for any 1 mana color with the treasure token, so you're able to pretty much find it. Demolition Fields is great. Just get rid of those pesky lands. All around good card here. But yeah, that's Not Saying Copwatch's suggested list that he wanted me to play, and I gotta say, it is a blast to play. You're gonna see in the gameplay how well this deck actually works. If you could, hit that subscribe button, post some daily deck videos featuring new cards of the new sets, such as Krang or Weathermaker, and let's get into the gameplay. All right, we go first on this one. We have a lot of removal. Let's try it. Don't like that he has the otter as his creature. Just didn't want to see is it. All right. Take this. Pinnacle's going to be fun for this one. Aerialist. Let that come down. Okay, we'll take one. I think we just do the Star Cage now because we have the Day of Judgments that we can do later. You can always get rid of the Star Cage. That's the only bad thing about it. With a shelter. We did draw another split up, or draw a split up. Alright, we'll just keep ramping. Well, that's a pretty good one. Start gaining some life here. If they cast a creature and then attack in with this one, we can just do split up next turn. Could have get lost or tried to get lost that. I'm thinking they might have the hexproof card. We'll take 4 and then we can sweep. Ooh, they top decked it. Oh, that doesn't, we're gonna just Day of Judgment here, but I forget that doesn't tap because he got Vigilance. Okay, Weaver. Debating whether to throw down something either on the Weaver or another creature. Our hand's just loaded with removal. I want to keep the Day of Judgment personally. Do a little more ramp. The split up. I just didn't want that to start getting counters. Okay, they seem rip. Probably Authority. Yep. Do they even have any other creatures? Did we get rid of 4 of them? 5 of them technically with the Weaver. We really wanted to get rid of the Seam Rip. Don't think it's really all that pertinent right now. Ugin. We're up to 6. We just need 1 more mana. goes away. There's a creature. We might just try get losting this. Just so he blows through his... He's gonna seam rip. See if he has his hexproof. He doesn't. Oh, we could have Ugin that turn if he didn't destroy that. Ugin can get the authority of the council. Need one more land here. Let's see what they got cooking. They probably don't have any creatures. Another Day of Judgment, okay. What else? What else? Alright. Just need that final land. It wouldn't have got rid of our Irencrag. We could have went Ugin into Threefold. Day of Becoming would be a good one. There's a lot of good draws that we can have. I mean, land is just the best. What was that? Assures us of a land? I should have held on. I think I should have just held on to that because I was going to draw land anyways, and then I could have double removed. But this gets us the Ugin next turn no matter what. We're actually going to pitch this because we're just going to use the token. Didn't even need it. Get the authority back. Plus. And now we're in really good shape.
Open your mind to possibility.
Another Ugin too. Let's plus this Ugin.
The wise.
Another authority.
My advice.
Rid of that one.
Mine is the power of eons.
Just want to find our Krang and then it'll be really good. Gain a couple life. It'll be hard pressed to kill us next turn, even with a spider. Four, 5, 6, 7. Shelter? Okay. Going after Ugin. Threefold would be funny. we can just Ugin and kill it. Or exile it. 3 folk? Okay. He does realize I got a -11 ability on this. Maybe he doesn't realize that. Alright, my turn. Well, let's just -11. This is where he realizes that he made a grave mistake. And he should have went after the Ugin. Not that it would have mattered. Well, we're going to get a Krang. We'll get both of these. Obviously another Ugin. Get a Nexus. Maybe a couple of those. Let's get Ugin down. We can target that first. Do they have hexproof? They do. That's fine. We're still going to win this turn anyways. Bring down.
My progeny to continue their mandate. I am the master of this world.
We're going to take action on that. We will go after the shelter.
Mine is the power of power. Belongs to the patient. Knowledge is a virtue.
GG's. A pretty good game. Alright, we go first here. We do have the Authority split up. I love that combo in the opening hand. Yeah, Judgment as well to back it up. And it's green. I'd like to see some green here. The fact that we go first with the Authority and split up is pretty strong. Storm Chasers. Not what we wanted to see. We might as well just cast or split up next turn. We'll see. They're giving all the vibes of green, and then they pull out the blue-red. We're going to try getting that out. We have the 2 mana up to pay the Quencha cost. Alright, we'll get rid of his otter now. Four mana, 5 mana. Can't get up to 7. Hopefully we can get an archive next turn. Although he could probably just counter that. Irencrag's not turned on yet. I mean, it does allow them to discard, though. Maybe we Day of Judgment. That was a good trigger card for the monument, so it's a good thing we got rid of that. It's a bummer. Tapped out. Maybe we can get Nexus of Becoming. Nope. Well, we can get Ugin next turn. Doesn't kill the monument. Whoa. Bouncing Collector's Vault. Well, we're going to trigger it. We'll get rid of an Ugin. Kind of spilled what we're doing here, though. They have 2 mana available. We're hoping they cast something else, but they probably won't. Oh my god, they did. We'll be able to get our Ugin down. And then we could even plus it and cast Collector's Vault, so they kind of helped us. Alright, let's get... That's kind of nice, too. We gotta get rid of these artist talents because those just help them draw.
I grant equilibrium must be reached. I many arcane ritual. My resources are yours.
Okay, the second one of those is gonna be pretty tough for us. Not gonna lie. So we hope he attacks us rather than Ugin, because we want an ultimate Ugin. It's got a grand. Nice. We have another Collector's Vault. Maybe we do this first. Demolition Field. I think we use that. Get rid of his land that he can use for discarding. He'll still have an open mana available. Did he not find one? Oh, we got lucky there. We Looking at Collector's Vault. Just to see what we draw. Otherwise, we'll play another Collector's Vault and probably get rid of Gran.
One step in the strategy.
They got another Gran. Just keep giving us life here. That's good. 'Cause they can do 6 damage to us a turn, which is insane. Another Artist Talent. We need to get rid of that. They only have 1 card in hand, though. Which I'm guessing is a counter. He might have pitched those by now, though. Well, we can draw. That's unfortunate. He's out of cards. Or out of plan, though. Now he's attacking Ugin. Alright.
Cease this tantrum.
We gotta get lost.
Heed
I think we go after the Artist Talent with that. Hedron. Get rid of the land. We can do Hedron. We can kill Gran and Artist Talent now with Get Lost and this.
knowledge is a virtue.
Should slow him down a little. We'll sack this at the end of their turn. This is kind of an interesting match to fight with this deck. It's a lot more resilient than I thought it would be in this matchup. Alright, they're going to get more draw. Yeah. Another Storm Chasers. Yep. We haven't drew many sweepers, actually. Just the 2. A lot of good cards left in the deck. See what they end up doing. Attack Ugin in again. Gotta sack that.
An unwise
Two split ups. Let's gain 3 life. Nexus of Becoming. Do we have enough for 6? Yeah, we do actually, for a Nexus and a split up. Do a split up. Destroy all tapped creatures. Get this out. We'll do one of the ones he has not already leveled up.
I am the master
Split Up should help out if he tries bouncing these and creating more. He's already down to 19 cards. It's funny because we've been gaining enough life to offset him destroying us with the discards. Okay.
Insight is vital to success.
That's a pretty good one for us. Let's activate this. I don't know if we need a second one of that. Can we do it for a removal? Maybe that's what we do. Kind of want to keep the adventurers in for his other land, or toss the adventurers because of the other land. Let's do that. So we can just remove this. Cast this. Actually, no, I should have done it the other way around.
Power belongs to the
Because this would have been 6/6 then. If I would have allowed that to come in off of 3 folk. Probably would have been better just left as a cast for next turn too. Definitely learning how to play this deck. All right. Got 9 damage coming in next turn. Gonna kill a creature. I guess I would have been dead no matter what next turn, but we would have had 3 more bodies left behind. We can trigger Collector's Vault here. GG's. Alright, we go first. We do have Authority of the Council as well as Day of Judgment. Let's keep it. We have an archive as well for ramp when we get there. Need to find some land. Want to get up to that Day of Judgment on turn 4, so we can just do a full board wipe. I'm a little tempted to use that. Maybe we just do Authority of the Councils here. Gain a little bit more life. We can sweep. Get the Get Lost next turn for something stronger. Playing Simic. So there's a couple routes this could go. Okay, it's an elemental deck. There's the Badger Man. We'll go after the Badger Mole next turn. It's kind of why I wanted to keep the Get Lost up instead of going after that. That'll slow him down enough that we can get the sweeper going. We're at 23 life, so we're sitting pretty good. Did find another land. I'd like to get her to our 4th land so we can draw the archive. Well, that's pretty good for them. We could do a sweep here, which slows them down for... We want to have a 5-drop next turn. Maybe we let them have a 5-drop. This is probably going to die if they're playing elementals. Maybe that's what we do. If they're gonna kill this, they're gonna kill this no matter what. So we'll let them have a 5-drop, try to kill this, and then we can sweep all. Or destroy this, I should say. Because they run that elemental that can destroy an artifact. Tumbleweed. Alright. We have 6 mana available. Damage. Do something for 3 casting cost. Another tumbleweed. Okay, they're ramping out. We might just wait a turn to try to get anything that they're going to cast, because they got enough. They got enough in there. Ooh. Got enough for an Ugin if we draw it. Okay, there's our elemental. If they try killing our archive, we'll just sack it, draw. Now I wish we would cast that. We just do a sack and draw still. They try bouncing this. Well, that's kind of funny. I think Day of Judgment is still the right pick. Krang's an interesting one. If they knew how the deck worked, they might get rid of the Krang. Alright, you attacking in? They are. Why they would do that with all the split ups is always interesting, but okay. Destroy all tapped creatures. Does have I might just go after the breeding pool to help. I guess it doesn't matter if he has Cavernous Souls, does it? He's probably got another Deceit in hand or something. Goldbane Hydra. Badgermal Cub. That one doesn't bother us so much. They don't have much left here, though. They got the Hydra they can cast next turn for just a bunch. And then they have the last one. Wow, they got Hydra. They just want us to use the split up, I think. Get this down, do the split up, destroy all tapped creatures. They're going to get a bunch of counters, but then they're going to end up with this one last card, which is interesting. Not counters, but tokens. They're going to have treasure tokens. They're going to want 3 of them. We're up to 7, so we're still 2 away from hard casting Krang, unfortunately. But we pretty much can cast the rest of the deck no matter what we draw, which is good. There's the Gold Vein. They had a last Gold Vein, so that's why they did that. They wanted one massive Gold Vein. Alright. So we need to find... Split up. That works. Have a crap ton of treasure tokens. Go to the Consuls, just saving our hide here. Because that had haste, so. Yeah, that doesn't bother us so much. But the only thing I don't really want to see is a land, but I guess 2 lands will get us the Krang. Alright. Starting to fill their board up here. We're going to have to sweep this, or an Ugin would be really good. Again, not the greatest. Yeah. Alright. This makes it so next turn is going to be pretty vital for us. So we're going to take 14 here, which means next turn we're just dead. Nexus of Becoming. I mean, we got a blocker. Three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. Decline. No attacks. Keep that in our hand for now. Maybe I should have allowed that. Definitely could have done that differently. I could have tapped this. I could have made this a 6/6. We would have had a blocker that could have killed something. Yeah, I definitely didn't do that the right way. Doesn't really matter. We didn't have enough life anyways. Just drew too much land. Alright, let it go through, buddy. I'm not stopping you. There's nothing you can do but sack treasure tokens. Click the OK button. We're waiting on you, Obi-Wan. GG's. Alright, we go first on this one. Would love to have our enchantment to tap everything. Authority of the Consuls. Get an early Collector's Vault down. Alright, well I guess the authority didn't matter so much. That's a ton of Nexuses. We're already missing our land drops, that's not good. Looks like he's just flexing his land drop here. He's got so many lands in his hand, he can't decide which one to play. We just get rid of one of our sweepers. Got the everything pizza going on here. Look at this deck. Interesting. We will just go after a Nexus of Becoming next turn. Oh, shoot. I was wishing that was on their turn, they were tapped out. Alright. Guessing they're holding up counter magic. I don't know if there's really any point of us waiting. The only thing I could have thought is maybe holding on for Ugin. If he got a colored permanent. Oh, that came out. Well, we're going to get this out. Let's see if they have a sweeper. Well, I guess that's better than when I had Krang out, because he could have just killed our indestructible as well. We are one turn away from Ugin. We can do Nexus of Becoming and then get let's do this. We'll save. I want that so we can cast Ugin next turn. I could probably just draw as well off of it, but this allows us to Nexus of Becoming into a creature. Ugin will go after the dozen machines. 5, 6, 7 he'd have to pay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has enough to do it if he wanted to. He can just go after the sacrifice the everything pizza as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Transit mage. It's pretty good. Has all activated abilities of the exiled card. Well, I think I might go after that. We're just going to leave this back on defense. Second thought, we're going to attack in. Since we have this one. Okay. We can cast Nexus of Becoming next turn and get rid of the Does machines. Okay, they did that on their turn, which is very interesting. Fumigate. They must have another sweeper or something. I'm surprised they would actually pitch Fumigate. Okay. They definitely had something. We're going to do that. What's plus? Already the Consul's pretty good. Focus. Let's cast Nexus of Becoming so we can go after the Does machines.
I grant you a boon.
It's just a nice draw spell, Nexus of Becoming. Even if it doesn't, if we don't use the artifact feature. We can minus Ugin. And just attack in with Indestructible. We only have, what, 2 tree folk left? He's tapped out. Well, not really tapped out. He's got 2 mana available. GG's. Alright, we go first on this one. We'll keep it. Got a couple different removals, but we also have that authority, which is great. Just slows them down enough. Scavenger. We'll see what they do. We don't have a sweeper yet, so we might just go after the scavenger if they cast their 2-drop. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll take 1. They're keeping up the hexproof. There's our split up. Okay, comes in, play tap. We didn't cast the split up last turn, so they might not be thinking we're going to have it. See, that was a smart play. I think we might just go after that. This token goes on here. They can kind of load it up. Let's go after this and then we'll split up. I think that might be the best. They're tapped out, so we can actually do that and get rid of everything. Otherwise, if we just waited until we split up next turn. Split up, destroy all tapped creatures. So that token doesn't go on anything. They only have 2 mana. So now they're going to feel like they're behind the ball. We can do this, and then let's do the get loss. I just don't want them to put all these tokens on it next turn. They do have a bunch of maps here now. Okay. Scavenger. They're probably going to feel like they need to use their mana. Well, that does feel kind of mean, doesn't it? I think we do this. Get rid of the Weaver. They can't protect that. They can load this up, but they don't have much mana. And we'll just gain life.
I will mend this broken.
And then remember, we got the split up next turn.
Open your
3,
mind.
4, 5, 6. We can even cast Krang, hard cast Krang, and destroy another thing. Because we got the 0 ability of adding 3 mana. You can still get sheltered, though. So Sheltered by Ghost is probably his best play here. But we have the split up. Feather. Hard draw. So they're hopefully trying to find their land. Okay.
An undisciplined.
This could Star Cage, but I don't want him to get the stuff back. We'll Star Cage here. Oh, jeez, we got another Krang. That gets rid of all those map tokens. 3, 4, 5. GG's. Alright, we go first here. Pinnacle's kind of nice. Collector's Vault. Man, otherwise, pretty expensive here. Don't really care to see the island. Don't like counter decks against Ugin. Monument? Nothing we can go against that. Get lost if we had it. Oh, I should have just Star Caged. I'll make it some errors. Yep, that's fine. It's rubbing my eye. It's something in it. I'm doing some misplays because of that. Okay, well, it's a good thing we waited on the Star Cage. It would feel better if we... Okay, they're tapped out. All right. Man, just not getting there. We're both kind of stuck at 4 right now, aren't we? I guess we'll try it. Guys could have another iceberg, I suppose. Stock up. Yeah, they're gonna find what they need, I think. 4, 5, 6. We need a land to even get to the Ugin. Which would be nice. We can get rid of the iceberg. And then the turn after. Actually, we just Nexus of Becoming. I think we start with the Krang. Because that's indestructible. And then next turn we can Threefold. This also allows us to get in for some. Hopefully he doesn't have it get lost. Interesting. Oh, I should have put a counter on it. Why did he go after the authority of the councils is what I'm wondering. Get Lost can go after the anchorage. Come on, we want Nexus of Becoming to trigger? Yep. That gives us 6 creatures. That should be lethal if they can't. Well, I suppose they can block with their anchorage. Shoot. Alright. GG. Interesting game. Alright, we got Pinnacle, Day of Judgment. Let's try it. It's going to be a little slower. Fortunately, we go first. That's not what we wanted to see. That makes our hand pretty useless at this point. Probably Pinnacle, maybe? Well, okay. Didn't really want to see both of the threefold in our hand, or two of our threefolds in our hands. Nexus is going to be, because that's our card draw engine. Is this just a straight up discard deck? No. Black. So he's holding up some counter spells. Dragon Storm, okay. I mean, question is, do we just try for this next turn? Restless Reef tells me that it is a mill deck at the heart. Oh, this is probably the demon deck that gets us down to 5 cards. Hey, Judgment stops us from killing the Deceit. See if he has a sweeper. Kind of looks like he does. Yep. You can go after Ugin. Nexus. I'm fine with that. We already got one in play. So we draw here. I could have waited. I should have waited to drop that to trigger this. I don't think it's going to end up mattering, but something to note. Control chamber. Pinnacle will get rid of that if we want. I'm going to keep Get Lost for the Reef. Okay. Maybe we target this. Kind of has the same effect as what Pinnacle would have. This would just stop them from their card draw, which might be a bigger deal. I mean, if they cast the demon, they cast the demon. Then they can attack him with the Reef. We'll just Day of Judgment next turn. There's the Reef. So just block this. Krang would have been a good one. Land is not so good. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Krang flag. Back in. And turn. They can go in for 4 damage here. Okay, Ugin can't kill anything of ours. We're trying to find our other threefold. Land is not going to get us there. Let's see what we draw with the Nexus. Split Up's not going to do it. I'm going to have to attack in here. We can't let him get up to the -11 on that. We will take 4 from that, unfortunately.
Insight is vital to success.
Okay. He sees what we have, which is a whole lot of nothing. He'll attack him with his reef. We'll go down to 8. We gotta mill some more. Drops a core. Can't kill anything of ours. That's fine.
Knowledge is a virtue.
Yeah, I'm still okay with the get lost that I used to get rid of their annex. Much as it would be nice to have it now. Another land, which is unfortunate. Another split up is unfortunate. And then we'll have to keep this back to block
Restrain
going
your
forward.
emotions.
Four land already?
The wise heed my advice.
Went through quite a bit of land. Okay. That's unfortunate. Can't attack in though this turn. He does have the cores he can attack in with as well.
Heed
Just a lot of evasion
my
for
counsel.
split ups. Authority of Council is not going to do it. GG's. Opponent goes first. We have a get lost, and then we can get into Day of Judgment. We do have a little bit of ramp here, so let's try it. We need to get the 3rd land down. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. That's where our get lost is going to go here. We did find our 3rd land, fortunately. Carrot cake is fine. We do have 2 D judgments. Land in our payoff cards. Maybe land in ramp. That's one of our payoff cards, so we're really happy with that, even though we need to get 2 more land here. No, that's one of them. I think we just let it go. Well, that's a little bit of a bummer. Now we're 2 land away again. Guess that pushes us to want to Day of Judgment. We'll hold off 1 turn. I guess if they're going to kill something, that's not the worst one for them to kill. Okay, they topped something here, so let's hope it's a creature. Fair kick. Okay. We're definitely going to be sweeping this turn. Hit. Still going to do the sweep rather than the Nexus. I guess we could have done the Nexus because we would have had the blocker for the Krang. Their sweepers shouldn't matter too much if we get Krang down first. Well, that's a good sign. Do that so we have 1 untapped mana just in case. We get like an authority to come. Krang down. Yes, we will do that. Take action. you gonna block with that? Guess not. We're gonna Nexus the Threefold in because it's gonna come in as a 6/6. Oh, that's a bummer. We're still gonna bring this in, I guess. Now it's only a 3/3. Definitely not as impressive as what it would have been. Yeah, because we could have done 6 more damage and created 6 more tokens. GG's. All right, we go first on this one. This is kind of a weird one. Try it. We'll hopefully draw into our archive. Otherwise, we could just Collector's Vault there. When I say draw, I mean draw lands. Judgment. Alright, we're going to hit the Collector's Vault next turn and hope we get a land and we can Day of Judgment after that. They could be setting this up. That's unfortunate we didn't hit a land. They could be setting this up to get a Ouroboros next turn, which is fine because we have Day of Judgment. We're just going to take a good hit here. Yep, there's the Boroid. Gives it multiple counters. So what does this become? 5? Yep. So we'll take 5 here. We're going to hope to draw a land off the Collector's Vault. And then we can do a full Day of Judgment sweep. We did get the land. Let's get rid of the other Collector's Vault. Sure. Gain some land while we're at it, or life while we're at it. Day of Judgment. Sweep the board. Pinnacle's not going to be the greatest here. Maybe if they drop like Badgermole Cub or something. Okay, I spoke too soon. Pinnacle's actually really good against that, but I think we do the Archive because we can do the Ugin next turn, and we can still hit this if we want to. I suppose we can't do the Ugin next turn. We have to hit a land, so we're definitely going to want to hit this. If we draw a land, I might just Pinnacle. Let's see. Draw a card. Firstly, Bill. Pinnacle now is looking a lot better. They do have 3 mana available. I think Ugin might actually be the play. We get our land. I don't really want to cast Ugin because they have the mana available here. I'm going to cast Pinnacle, which does get rid of our token. But we can still get our second Archive down. I don't think they have any counter because that went pretty fast. So I feel like we're open for Ugin. We'll be able to get rid of... Oh, Christ. Thing's huge. We can just Day of Judgment. What do we got? 1, 2... Oh, we don't have enough for that. Let's Day of Judgment. Probably should have done Ugin there. We can draw 2 cards if we want to. Okay, I feel better with that. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna sacrifice one of these. Get a little bit more card draw going on. Jesus. All right. Let's get this out. We'll kill that. Get our plus going on.
Timeless wisdom.
GG's.
Open your mind.
Well, this was a pretty fun deck list that Not Saying Copwatch provided me. The Authority of the Councils, the combo of that, the split up, is just insane. It's one of the best in the deck, I think. If you can get this down on turn 1, that turn 3 just sweeps everything, which is awesome. Being able to do that against those aggro decks is very strong. It does slow down the mana creatures as well in that deck, which is really kind of handy in that situation. So the ability to also do the get lost if you need to early on, get rid of those enchantments, those card draw engines that your opponent can do. Just really good to be able to get rid of that. But also the big thing that I definitely learned while playing, you want to make sure that if you're going to Nexus of Becoming anything, you're going to want to do it for the Thunderhulk because it comes in as a 6/6 and you're going to get 6 tokens. Just like the ability to have Krang out first so that they all are indestructible and have haste to come in, which is just fun to do. So all in all, really fun deck. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Copwatch. I think I'm going to be playing some more of this in the future. And have a fantastic day. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thanks.